It's beyond the logic of the mind. I mean, the mind cannot comprehend how life can make humans out of itself. It has to come up with so many probabilities. Yeah, God made us. We made ourselves. The universe made us. But everything is living. If you look at your body, if you look at every molecule, every atom, every pore in your skin, you see an incredible magic taking place. But it's the looker that we're all interested in. It's the one that perceives all this that we're all interested in. It's the observer. It's the witness that we're all interested in. What can I observe? What can I get out of this body? What can I do with this body? Where can I go with this body? What can I do in this world that is so open and vast whilst in this body? The I that wants to do it, wants to know it, wants to see it, wants to understand it, wants to investigate it, is an idea. It's taking place. Everything is taking place. You have no control how you sleep at night. You're not lying in your bed in deep sleep and say, okay, I've had enough of lying on my side. I'm now going to lie on my back. That may take place before the deep sleep kicks in. I need to get comfortable. I need to make the body feel as if it's at rest. It can easily transcend into this deep sleep. That's how compassionate we are. We brush our teeth to keep the teeth from corroding. It's not because of the dentist bill. It's because we love our body. Can you imagine this mind that we need, apparently need, this investigating mind, this complying mind, this understanding mind, this negotiating mind, this mind that needs to discover, this mind that needs to go into the world, this mind that needs to plan how it's going to live its life. Can you imagine this mind when it first took sight on you? When it first took sight on you, not your body, you. Because the mind, it's the mind that wants to make a body out of you. The mind wants to replicate you. The mind wants to give you something so that you can benefit and experience the life that you are. In flatline state, there's no experience. Or the experience is far more deeper, far more tranquil. That's the experience that we look for every day in our life, actually. That peace, that placid self. Can you imagine what you look like to the mind in your pure essence, in your pure beingness, your universal, deep and profound love that you're never not? The mind says, wow, how can I serve this one? And the mind makes a king or a queen out of you. But there's this little conniving mind that says, no. You're going to have to work for that. No, 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 no. I don't like that. I don't like everyone being equal. I want competition. I want um, to design a specific way. I'm going to show you, Mr. Pure Mind, that you're not here to replicate a king and a queen in every body. And there's a duel that takes place between the ego mind and the pure mind, and that's what happens in our life every day. And pure mind, looking at the genuine state of the body and what condition it's in at that moment, says, you know what? You're not going to benefit from going to work today. Even though there's no illness, I'm not providing illness. You're going to have to just take it easy. You know, an ego says, no, that's not going to happen. There's nothing wrong with the guy. There's nothing wrong with this body. Get your arse into work. And it may come from an external ego mind, your partner. It may come from your thought, your conditioned way into, I have to go, I have to do this, I have to behave, I have to follow, I have to sacrifice. The only sacrifice that ego doesn't like is the sacrifice of its self-annihilation. Because we have a three-way system. We have you, this incredible love, this universal space, this empty, tranquil, non-dual self, this wholeness. And then you have this pure mind that is amazed by what it sees in you. And it wants to provide you everything. And this is it, you see? The earth is the pure mind. Pure mind is consciousness. Consciousness is providing you as a king and a queen every day. But the ego says, no, 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 you have to go to school, you have to learn, you have to be like the others, you have to go through this, I don't know what you used to call it at school, when everyone would sit, the gauntlet. You have to go through the gauntlet. You have to be beat up, you have to take responsibility, you have to learn, you have to be a person, you have to be all the stages that you have to go through before you can earn this crown, this king. And meanwhile, you're just sitting observing. The real you is just sitting observing what's going on. In fact, you have no emotional, sensory, systematic body that says what's going on. You just look in bewilderment. And you're not even looking at the mind. You're not even looking at pure mind. You're not even looking at the earth, at the universe. You're looking at the whole life, every moment, as that incredible love that is appearing to be here as you. The observer, the looker, is that what sees mind, sees that pure original mind, but also sees that ego mind, that nasty little shadow that all human beings hold. Even if it's only a name, it's a name that was given after you, because pure mind says, I want to call all beings I. I want all beings to be kings and queens as this I. I want all beings to be equal, the same as I. An ego says, okay, leave it to me, I'll go out and do the job for you. Okay, you're I, Stephen. You're I, John. You're I, Sandra. Now you, I, John, Stephen, Sandra, you have to earn that you can one day all become I. but I want to see you work for it first. I want to see you get your hands dirty first. I want to see you be all states, because I'm going to invent so many things for you to do. And you'll get your rewards in heaven. And pure mind looks down and says, but this is heaven. And ego mind says, don't tell them that. I'm not telling them that. They have to keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back to serve me, this ego that has now, from being without good intent, a greedy, selfish, divisionistic, sad little mind. But we're all experiencing this name, and all names, and all jobs and states and conditions and rules and guidelines and regulations from this ego. But my question is to you, ego, pure mind, self. Which one of you is the true observer? Which one of you truly sees this whole universe as immaculate? Sees only pure, infinite love in every state, even in death, even in pain, even in illness? Which one of you observes but doesn't participate? Only the witnessing is participating itself through a emotional sensory body that has the incredible ability to hold billions of varieties of mind. Because you are infinite. The more mind, the more you. You have so much space to fill. So mind will encroach on you. Ego will encroach on you. It will encroach on you to try and fill every space because it wants space. Ego cannot experience emptiness, love, and space. Ego is the masker, the veiler of space. To you, to itself, it is what it is. It is just a messy little spider that loves to spin webs so that it can catch all the flies and gorge them up. This is what ego does. It gorges up your body. It fills it up, keeps it for a rainy day, then it gorges up, and then the body simply goes. But you are the witness. I is the witness. Beyond I is that witnessing. You can witness from the witnessing, or you can witness from this body. You can witness inwardly and outwardly from this body. But that what goes beyond this body, this inner and outer world, becomes the witnessing. And when only the witnessing exists, there is no evidence of any ego anywhere. There is just everything as it is. Everything shining, gleaming perfectly. But ego still subtly comes back to remind you, it's not a pretty world, isn't it? Yeah, I'll always remind you about this world and the divisions that I created. And the opposing values that these foolish ones continue to follow. I'm going to follow the good path. I gave the good path. I gave the good path. This mini I gave the good path and the bad path. And it's ego that follows these paths and pulls you along on the leash to say, come see this. And you appear to be enthralled, but you're simply observing. You're simply witnessing that what cannot be you. Only a shadow, only a projection of you. Only that what pure mind sees with you, that ego has now taken ownership of you. And if you believe you are this name, this person, this body, then you are experiencing full-blown ego all the time. But every now and then, pure mind will come in and say, you know what? Matters not what I do in this world. I don't seem to be able to change anything. I don't seem to be make anything of any good, because everything seems to be already perfect when I'm not seeing it, when I am is not seeing it. I am is the you, the story, and you're beyond I am, the real you. But ego comes in and says, yeah, but you have to get on. Come on, let's change it. Let's do it. Let's improve. Let's try. What else can we do? And the 2-year-old child is looking around, not knowing what's going on, saying, everything is perfect. I'm so happy to be alive. I don't know what these adults are fighting about. It's not the adults that are fighting. It's not the bodies that are fighting. It's the mind that is fighting over how many flies it can get into its space for wintertime. And that wintertime never comes for ego. It dies before it even feeds itself. It's just a storer. It's just a needer, a desirer, a wanter. I want some compassionate bodies today. I'm going to be a compassionate body today. I'm going to take so many compassionate bodies and tell them this is how to be compassionate. If you give this money to this charity here, you're going to be compassionate. And I have this beautiful little nest egg of compassionate beings. The mind is pulled into so many things, but the observer sees without judgment, without analysis, without measurement, without qualities. Because love is immeasurable. Love is of no quality. Love is beyond all these values that the ego gives it. The pure mind, even the pure mind cannot see how incredible this love it is that it's trying to represent. It just simply gasps in amazement. And when it's gasping at you in its amazement, it's taking its eyes off of ego, and ego is still scurrying around, spinning the web, spinning the web, more webs, more veils, more masks. And when the pure mind turns around, it doesn't see you as it knew you before. It struggles also. Find the observer. Who is the observer, and go beyond the observer and become the observing. Become the witnessing of yourself. Because the witnessing is pure, tranquil, undeniable, incredible, mystical, magical. Not here to be understood, not here to be used, not here to be projected. Because it cannot be projected through this vast, immense love of itself. It is pulsating love. The observer is pulsating love. Beyond I. Namaste.